In this podcast episode, Mel Robbins speaks with Dr. Lisa Miller, a leading researcher at the intersection of spirituality, psychology, and mental health. The discussion revolves around the innate spiritual nature of human beings and how embracing this aspect can significantly enhance one's life experience. Dr. Miller begins by outlining the three fundamental components of human spirituality. First, she asserts that humans are inherently designed to perceive the deeper, more profound aspects of life. Second, she emphasizes that this deeper nature is real, alive, and guiding. Finally, she poses a critical question. Have you always been living a spiritual life, even if you weren't consciously aware of it? This inquiry invites listeners to reflect on their own spiritual journeys, regardless of their current beliefs or practices. Dr. Miller explains that spirituality is not confined to religious practices. Rather, it is an innate quality present in everyone. She reassures listeners that regardless of their spiritual beliefs, whether they identify as atheists, skeptics, or devoutly religious, they are all spiritual beings by design. This universality of spirituality is crucial as it opens the door for everyone to explore their spiritual potential. The conversation delves into the benefits of maintaining a spiritual practice. Dr. Miller cites numerous studies indicating that individuals with a strong spiritual or religious life tend to be happier, healthier, and experience lower rates of depression and anxiety. She describes spirituality as an antidote to the rising mental health crises, including stress, addiction, and suicidality. The discussion highlights that spirituality can serve as a protective factor against these issues, providing individuals with a sense of purpose and connection. Dr. Miller emphasizes that spirituality is not merely a belief system, but a lived experience. She invites listeners to engage in practices that foster spiritual awareness, such as meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in nature. These practices can help individuals tap into their innate spiritual wiring, leading to a more profound understanding of themselves and their place in the world. To illustrate the concept of spirituality, Dr. Miller guides listeners through a visualization exercise. She encourages them to create a mental space where they can invite loved ones, both living and deceased, who have their best interests at heart. This practice serves as a reminder of the love and support that exists in their lives, reinforcing the idea that they are never alone. By engaging in such practices, individuals can cultivate a deeper connection with their spiritual selves and the universe. Dr. Miller also discusses the importance of recognizing synchronicities in life, those seemingly coincidental events that carry significant meaning. She encourages listeners to be open to these moments, as they often serve as guidance from a higher power or the universe. By acknowledging and acting upon these synchronicities, individuals can align themselves with the deeper forces of life, leading to a more fulfilling existence. The conversation takes a scientific turn as Dr. Miller discusses the neurological aspects of spirituality. She explains that research has shown that the brain is wired for spiritual experiences, with specific regions becoming more robust in individuals who engage in regular spiritual practices. This neurological evidence supports the idea that spirituality is not just a subjective experience, but has tangible effects on mental health and well-being. Dr. Miller highlights that spirituality can be a remedy for the increasing rates of depression and anxiety in society. She notes that many people experience a spiritual hunger, a craving for deeper meaning and connection, which can manifest as feelings of emptiness or despair. This hunger is not a flaw, but rather an indication of the innate spiritual nature that exists within everyone. By addressing this spiritual longing, individuals can find healing and fulfillment. The discussion also touches on the role of spirituality in parenting. Dr. Miller emphasizes the importance of modeling spiritual practices for children, as this can help them develop their own spiritual awareness. She encourages parents to be transparent about their spiritual journeys, creating an environment where children feel safe to explore their own beliefs and experiences. By fostering a spiritual atmosphere at home, parents can help their children navigate the complexities of life with a sense of purpose and connection. Dr. Miller acknowledges that many parents may feel guilty for not providing a traditional religious upbringing for their children. However, she reassures them that spirituality can be cultivated in various ways, and it is essential to allow children to discover their own paths. By engaging in open conversations about spirituality and encouraging curiosity, parents can empower their children to embrace their spiritual journeys. As the podcast draws to a close, Dr. Miller reiterates the importance of recognizing and embracing one's spiritual nature. She encourages listeners to be curious about their spiritual journeys and to seek out practices that resonate with them.